Oh, what up, everybody? I am just going to. Wish I could add some lotion. Okay, let's pin. Hey, hey. All right. So over the next 20 minutes, we are going to talk about how to get over him, because that is a question that I get often, and there's so many nuances in that, and it's not something I can just tell you in Instagram DM. So we are going to go over that in the next 20 minutes. And I'm also live on Facebook. And okay, let me put this on. Okay, gonna move that. What up, what up, what up? Moving this real quick. Oh, shoot. Oh, something just fell, obviously. Okay. 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 So I am live on Facebook and I am live on Instagram. If you are on, what's up from Texas? If you are watching on Facebook, please let me know that you can hear me, because I want to make sure that I'm not like talking and I just put my headphones on, because it sounds better when I have my headphones on. So I just want to make sure that you can hear me. So if you can hear me, type I can hear you in the chat. Actually, let me know where you're watching this video from. Today, we are going to discuss how to get over him. I asked you here in the Singleness is Not a Punishment Facebook group, was there anybody in this group who was trying to get over a guy? And you said yes. There were a lot of you who said yes. So I said, okay, well, let me do a video. It makes sense to do a video to help you with that. So this is going to be real quick over the next 20 minutes. I'm hoping to make it only 20 minutes. And yeah, you're going to get something from this because I'm going to tell you what I did and the things that I had to do to get over my abusive ex. Unfortunately, I have had one of those too. And I feel like that is the story that most of us girls have. You know, we've been in these situations that were truly dysfunctional and truly toxic. I'm just going to let maybe 30 more seconds or 1 more minute go by as people are collecting. Great. Okay, perfect. You can hear me on the Facebook. Could you do me a favor? So the person who said, hey, we can hear you, all I see is Facebook user. Because I'm going live on StreamYard here on Facebook, you're going to have to go into the Facebook comment section and click on the link that says, if you want to give Reka permission to see your name, click here. So you're just going to have to click there real quick so I can see your name. If you want me to. If you don't want me to, it's all good. I don't have to see your name. I'll just call you Facebook user for the whole night. So just if you wanted me to see your name, that is what you'll have to do. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and let me pull this up real quick and do this. Okay. So what I want to know from you is how many of you are currently trying to get over a man? You could just type yes in the chat. If you are currently trying to get over a man, you can type yes in the chat. Okay. Amanda, yes, you did. I got you, girl. I got you. So how many of you are currently trying to get over a man? You could definitely type yes in the chat. Just want to make sure that you are in the right place. So if you're trying to get over a man, just type yes in the comment section. So, okay. All right. And then just going to give it a few more minutes because I know like the algorithm on Instagram and Facebook, it lags so much. M Ghost, you said yes. M Ghost, what's your real name? Can I know your real name? You totally don't have to say that, but I would love to know your real name. Okay. All right. So if you are currently trying to get over a guy, I know exactly where you are. So, my name is Reka, and I'm an NLP certified life coach. And let's talk about me real quick, and then I will help you with tools that I use to get over this guy, right? And we're gonna have some real talk right now. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I want you to consider me your homegirl in your head. I don't sugarcoat anything because I know exactly where you are and I need to snatch you out of that place. Okay. So my name is Reka. I'm a certified NLP life coach. And back in June of 2017, it was like end of June, early July. The dates are slipping my mind now as I get further and further away from this relationship. I got out of an abusive relationship that I was in for 2 years. And when I say abusive, it was emotionally abusive. This relationship was nothing like I had ever experienced. And it was a lot of me trying to morph my way, serve my way into his heart, prove that I was a good woman to him, prove to him that I loved him. So I did any and everything to be that girl for him. Because at that time, when I got in that relationship, I believe I was 32. By the way, I'm about to be 38 in June. Shout out to my cancers. So I was about 32, right? Yeah. I love how the numbers and the memory is slipping because I'm further and further away from that relationship. So I got out of that relationship, thank God. And of course, at the end of that relationship, I was super embarrassed. I could not believe that me, a Howard University graduate, I come from a two-parent household, would allow myself to be in a relationship like that. And so when you ask me, Reka, because I get this question all the time, Reka, how do I get over him? And it's not just a pill that I can give you, and it's like you wake up tomorrow and you're over this guy. But here are some of the things that I know you're doing right now because I was you. Raise your hand if you are overthinking what happened. You're overthinking what happened. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you judge yourself for what happened, for what you did for him, how long you stayed in that relationship, because you saw the red flags, but you were sitting here like, I can make this work, trying to put that square. What do they call it? The round. I always get this freaking analogy wrong. The round thing in the square hole. You're trying to make that work, right? And so again, you're overthinking what happened. You're judging yourself for what you did for him, even though you saw the red flags. And number three, I'm gonna give you four things that's going through your mind right now if you have that question of how do I get over him? Okay, so number three, you wish you would have done something different. Raise your hand. Amanda says all day, every day. Oh, and I'm reaching for the time that I look back like, dang, it was an undercover blessing to be able to leave him. Yeah, yeah. Let me know if this is resonating for you. So if you have that question, how do I get over him? These are the things that are going through your mind right now. You're overthinking what happened. You're overthinking it. Number two, you're judging yourself for what you did for him, even though you saw red flags. Number three, you're wishing you would have done something different. Leave sooner, leave when you saw the red flag, not stay for 2 years. That was me. Number four, you wish you never met him. You wish you could go back and you wish you never met him. Those are the things that you are thinking, okay? And when you ask me, Reka, how do I get over him? It's because you want me again to just give you a pill, give you something to do, some steps to do, and boom, you forgot all about him. That's not how memory works. I can't go in your brain and scrub your memory. I can't do that for you. But these are the things that I did when I got out of that abusive relationship, okay? So I had to get over who I thought I was. Because I thought, this is what I thought, and let's see if this resonates with you. Oh my gosh, I thought I was a smart, independent woman. I thought I was smarter than that. How could I allow this to happen to me? I thought I was smarter than that. I had to get over that. Okay. So if you are currently trying to get over a guy right now, you need to get over the woman you thought you were. You have to get over her. because obviously you were not her in that relationship. So you're going to have to mourn her. Number two, you're going to have to get over who you thought he was. Because raise your hand if you can say, well, I dated him because I thought he could be, or I wanted this story. You wanted to be. I used to love saying, oh my God, I have a boyfriend. Oh my God, I have a boyfriend. I used to love posting our pictures on Instagram. I used to love doing all of that because you want the story. It is the Disney story that we've been programmed to believe will happen for us and will happen that way. That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. So if you're trying to get over this guy, number one, I'm going to go over these again, okay? Number one, you're going to need to get over who you thought you were. You're going to need to get over who you thought he was. Because when you're having these thoughts and you're like, I just want to get over him. I just want to get over him. You're having these thoughts of why couldn't he do this? Or why couldn't he just be this? Or why couldn't he just treat me right? Why can't I have a Russell Wilson? Okay. And number three, you're going to have to face the woman you were in that relationship. You're going to have to face her because you allowed it. I hate saying this because it sounds so like, see, if you would have just did this, then you wouldn't have been abused. But that's not what I'm saying. I want you to hear my heart. We do teach people how to treat us though. Okay. And if you were somebody that you did not recognize in that relationship and you did things that you know you didn't want to do in that relationship, you have to face her. You have to face her. Okay. So who were you in that relationship that you need to be like, come sit down. Let's have a little chat. Because that's what I had to do. So after I got out of that abusive relationship in 2017, like I said, it was end of June, early July. That Christmas of 2017, I actually went to Mexico by myself for 10 days. Has anybody ever seen that movie, Eat, Pray, Love? Where she goes on like a year excursion. I'm not rich. I can't go for a year, not yet. I'm claiming to be rich. I'm claiming to be a blessing so I can be a blessing to others. But I didn't have a year, but I had 10 days. So I went to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico by myself to sit with the woman that I was in that relationship because I had to figure out how I allowed that to happen. Okay. So when you ask me again, Reka, how do I get over him? It's not a pill that you can take. Time does heal all wounds. But here's the thing, if you don't work on yourself as that time is passing, you will do it again. So I'm not here to tell you, girl, just let time pass. Girl, EBI, okay? Yeah, you're going to let time pass while not working on yourself, and you're going to be in the same relationship again. How many dysfunctional relationships have you been in the last 12 months? How many dysfunctional relationships have you been in the last 10, 12 months? Actually, here's a better question. How many times have you said, you know what, F guys, I ain't messing with dudes. They make me sick, blah, 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 slam the door, only to turn around two weeks later, 2 months later, and be with the same dude that made you cuss out all dudes, or a different dude, but the same kind of dysfunction was going on. So you dating Tom, Dick, and Harry, but the same type of relationship is happening. Okay. So again, hold on, I'm trying to read your comments. What up, Elise? I'm not sure why you're saying other people's names. Jessica, yes. Julia Roberts, Eat, Pray, Love. Exactly. Yeah. So can you answer that? I want to see. Can you answer that? How many times have you written off dudes only to take that same dude back 2 weeks later? Or only to take a different dude back or date a different dude, but the same relationship is going on. So different dude, different name, same type of dysfunction. Oh, at least are you tagging them? It's so on my end, it just shows me that you're saying their name. It doesn't show me that you're actually tagging these people. Thank you for doing that. Because yes, they need to hear it. Yes. So let's go over that again. So when you are asking me, Reka, how do I get over a guy? This is why. This is what you're experiencing. It's because you are overthinking what happened with you and that guy. You are judging yourself for what you did for him, even though you saw the red flags. Number three, you wish you would have done something different, and you are playing that over and over and over and over and over again in your head. I can't believe I would allow this to happen. Why did I allow this to happen? Number four, you wish you never met him. And you're just playing this loop on repeat over and over again. It's just like, oh my God, why? Why me? Why did I allow this to happen? Why couldn't he have been this man? Why? Why? Well, he couldn't have been that man because he was never that man. You believed in potential and you fell for the lies. You wanted the story and you wanted it to be with him. He is who he is, not who you want him to be, sis. Not for you. You're not that special. You are special, but you ain't that special. You're special to God. But to humans, when we're in this human experience, a lot of us are flawed and hurting. And the men that you dated, the one that you're thinking of as I'm talking, he is flawed and he is hurting and he is not working on himself. And you know what hurt people do? They hurt people. And so you got to get your discernment levels up on what type of guy that you will allow in your life. Because your vagina getting all excited when a man picks you and because he's fine, not a good measurement to go off. Your vagina doesn't actually know if he's the one or not, period, end of story. She's a liar and she will betray you. So when you are asking me, Reka, how do I get over him? It's because you want me to just give you a step-by-step so you can totally forget. But here are the three things. I'm going to say this again for people who are just tuning in. Here are the three things that you have to do as you are going through this cycle of why me, why me, why me, is you are going to need to get over who you thought you were. Because how many of you, raise your hand, can be like, oh, I'm an independent woman. I love myself. I got this. I got this. And then you get into a relationship like that. And then you get out of that and you're like, what the hell was that? Why did I do that? So you're going to have to mourn the woman you thought you were because you obviously were not her. And I know why, and we're going to get to that in a second. Number two, you're going to have to mourn who you thought he was. Again, he is who he is, not who you want him to be. People do not change for you. You cannot change people. People, men, women, whatever, change because they want to change, not for you. Okay? And also, that woman that you're mourning, you're going to have to face her and figure out why you would be in a relationship like that. Because time is going to go by. And as time goes by, do you want to be a different woman than that woman that was in that kind of relationship? So you're going to have to ask yourself these questions. By the way, so when I went to Mexico, right? So I got out of that abusive relationship and I went on my Eat, Pray, Love. I'm in Mexico by myself. Yeah, ooh, ooh. It's just me. It's because I wanted to hear my own voice. Here's three questions that I asked myself. Who am I? Who does God say I am? And how do I want to show up in this world from now on? I didn't want a magic pill. I wasn't asking people, how do I get over him? How do I get over him? Because I had to figure out why I would be in a relationship like that in the first place. Because here's what your friends and society gonna tell you, girl, all you gotta do is get under one man to get over another. That's what they're gonna tell you, to have sex. How does that make sense? And listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. I speak to women who want to stop this cycle of dysfunctional and negative relationships. I speak to women who want to learn how to set better boundaries. I speak to women who want to discover their worth. So if this is not resonating with you, then this video is not for you. So I will tell you this, having sex with one man to get over another, nope, that ain't gonna help you. That is not going to help you. If you're a woman who needs to hear that singleness is not a punishment and that you're worthy regardless of your relationship status, having sex with one man is not going to help you to get over the other. This is what else society will tell you. Girl, you just need to take time for yourself. Girl, know your worth, which is great. Great advice. But how? How do you do that? How are you going to discover your worth? How? Because if you wanted to be a doctor, you know exactly what to do, right? But where do you go if you want to be in love? Where do you go if you want to figure out who you are? Where do you go? Is there a college? What? So whoever said hello, I'm new here. Right now I'm seeing Facebook user as your name. So if you want me to see your name, please go to the top of this video on Facebook and you will see it'll say Reka is streaming on StreamYard. Give her permission to see your name if you want me to see your name. If not, I just want you to know all I see is Facebook user. So when I'm calling you that, that's why, okay? And then you said, I never understand why people say get under another person right away. Healing and self-reflection is what helps. Yeah. So I see that healing and self-reflection. How, like what though? What is the action? What are you actually doing? Because again, the time can pass, great, and you think you will be healed, and then you'll be right back into a relationship that is dysfunctional and toxic if you're not actually doing the work. Because I hear a lot of women say that, well, I'm just spending time with me. Okay, but what does that actually mean? And here's why I say that. Okay, I'm going to get to a point. Okay. I do, because I truly want you to actually put action behind your words. If you say I want to figure out who I am so I can stop this cycle of dysfunctional relationships, I want to figure out, I want to discover my worth, I want to stop tying my identity to men. How many of you can say having a man makes me feel worthy? When I'm single, I feel less than. Okay. And how many of you have said, I've been working on myself, but it's like I keep losing it. I guess old habits are hard to break. How many of you have said, I know that I don't like something. However, I feel awkward about standing up for myself to a guy. And when I do try to set a boundary, he gets mad. So I crack, I break. How many of you can say, I have a hard time creating boundaries? I love I love being a kind and caring person, but people like guys and even sometimes my coworkers, they take my kindness for weakness. They take advantage of my kindness. Yeah, Shamika, you've said that before. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Elise, guilty. Yeah. And listen, you guys are hearing this from my heart, right? I'm not judging you because I've been you. And this is the journey that I had to go on. Okay. So when I ask you, how are you getting over him? How are you working on yourself? And you say, oh, self reflection. I'm just spending time with myself. What does that mean? I'm waiting for an answer. And this is not to judge you again, because if you want to be in love, if you want to figure out who you are, do you go to Washington State University? Where do you go? Another question. Do you know the difference between healthy hard versus abusive? Do you know the difference between healthy hard versus dysfunctional? Do you know the difference between a healthy relationship versus an unhealthy relationship? Shamika says, I keep myself busy. Elise says, no, I don't know where to go. I'm gonna start asking myself that. Twilla says, focusing on me. But what does that mean? Focusing on me. What does that mean? And so when I got out of that abusive relationship and when I got back from Mexico and I went on my journey and I definitely started asking myself questions and did all of the things. There's a lot of things that I did. Then I thought, hold on, if I went through this, I know other women did. And so, how can I help guide and teach women to stay out of dysfunctional relationships? How can I guide and teach women to stop the cycle of negative and toxic relationships? How can I guide and teach women how to set boundaries? Because how many of you are uncomfortable setting a boundary and saying no? And it's because you are afraid that he'll leave you. You're afraid he'll get upset. You're afraid that you'll be single again. So, how can I help? That's why I created Single You Academy, which is my online coaching program for women, for single women who need to discover their worth so that they can stop tying their identity to men. So I know that when you're talking to your friends about this, mind you, they've never had an education in relationships. And they're out here trying to navigate themselves as well. So again, they're going to tell you, girl, find you another man. Girl, you just need to leave him. Girl, you need to just love yourself and not actually give you steps to do that. You see, there is no education around this until Single You Academy. I argue I'm the only academy for this. And as an NLP certified life coach, I will show you how to really get over a guy and never get in a relationship like that again. Again, to stop the cycle of dysfunctional relationships. I'm going to help you focus on who you are and how to change your behaviors. You have to change your behavior. What's the definition of insanity? How many of you know the definition of insanity? So what I can do in Single You Academy is I help you set boundaries, not only with men, but with yourself. So how important is it for you to get serious about you? How important is it for you to get serious about you? Instead of just, well, I'm gonna just spend time with myself. And spending time with yourself to get over a guy and to stop the cycle of dysfunctional relationships is just sitting on your couch after work watching Netflix. And you're actually not doing anything. So here's how I know my program works. Again, it's Single You Academy. It is my online coaching program, which means I'm your coach, you're my client, and we work with you to stop the cycle of dysfunctional relationships by helping you set boundaries. I help you discover your worth so that you stop tying your worth and identity to men. So I am going to share this with you. Here's what one of my clients said to me. And share. Okay. Because I give you real homework. Like this ain't, we just not gonna be talking like this. You're gonna have homework that again is gonna make, remember when I said some of the things that you need to face to get over him is face the woman who you were in that relationship? You gotta face her. You have to face her. Okay. So this client of mine, she came to me and she actually has a therapist, and I am not knocking therapists, but she said that I actually gave her steps to better her life. We're her therapist, and this is what a therapist is here to do, to help you with your whys. But what I do is I give you actual steps because, again, where can you go to figure out you? Okay. So she says, your guidance and homework alone sparks something. And I know now I'm on the correct and right path. The reading you assign inside of Single You Academy is helping me find out what I've been missing. You've helped me figure out why I couldn't find my happiness and joy. Something was missing. And now I know it's missing within myself, and it's finding that and working on that. That's beautiful. How much would you pay for this transformation? When you are sitting at home, this woman had just gotten out of like a 5-year relationship, and she was just sitting at home, woe as me. Oh my God, I can't believe I got into a relationship like that. Oh my God, I want to get over this guy. Oh my God, calling herself taking care of herself by coming home after work and sitting and watching Netflix. How much is a transformation like this worth to you? To find out what's missing inside of you and filling it with actually what you need, not a man. Okay. Here's another one: boundaries. So I definitely help a lot of single moms, because what I find is my clients have been in this revolving door with their baby daddy, and he pisses you off, you cut him off, and then you take him back 2 weeks later, 2 months later. Because as I asked earlier, how many of you have written off guys and said, I ain't dating no guy, guys suck. And then 2 weeks later, you back with the same dude, or it's a different dude, different name, same type of relationship. So I love this. She said, I put a schedule on my daughter's dad, which is huge. Do you have problems with boundaries? Are you scared to set a boundary with a man? Do you not even know what a boundary really is? Okay. So she said, 6 years on and off, back and forth with no boundaries. Single U Academy held me accountable to organize my life towards loving myself, respecting my body, and the call God has about honoring it as a temple of the Lord. Told her dad, no sex. We can have dinner 3 days out of the week, and he could pick those days. Plus, no spending the night, and you leave by 9 p.m. This is big for me, Reka. God has sent you to hold my butt accountable to love myself and know my worth. I believe this is a breakthrough. So thank you. Thank you. I look forward to moving forward. All right. So I'm just going to read some more. Yes, Nelly, it's like having a personal trainer. He can walk you there, show you the steps, but it's up to you to do the work. Yes, my coaching program is definitely a do with process, not a do to. Single U Academy is a 12-week program. So here's the deal. If something I said resonated with you, if you're like, yo, I definitely want to work with Reka, I want you to send me a DM right now. Let's see if I can. Actually, you know what? Do this. If something resonated with you and you want to work with me, say I'm in, and you can go ahead and type that in the comments, and then I'll send you a DM. Or if you know where my Facebook page, because it won't let me tag my Facebook page on this chat. Actually, no, I can do it here. So if you are interested in hearing more about Single U Academy, type I'm in the comments. On Instagram, you're going to have to DM me. Okay, let's see if I can type it. I'm trying to see comments. Okay. Okay, let me see if I can find, I don't know if I can find the live video on here. And also, the doors to Single U Academy close on April 25th. We start class. And so Amanda, I saw that you sent me a message. Elise says I'm in. Okay, Elise, what I'll do is, because I'm about to wrap up this video, is I'm going to end this. And then I'll go send you a comment so you can find me, to send me a DM, and I'll send you over more information so you can get the breakdown, the 12 weeks, the videos, you're going to get all of that. Okay. Outside of that, does anyone have any questions? And if you're on Instagram, send me a DM, because once the video is done, I can't see your comments anymore. So if you are, if you want to ask me a question, you're gonna have to, or after this video is over, you're gonna have to send me a DM if you're in. So yeah, so the doors to Single U Academy close April 25th. Elise, no, it's not. Are you asking, is the program every day? That's up to you. It's a 12-week program, and we meet once a week. Actually, 6 times in the 12 weeks, but you have on-demand videos. Anyway, I'll tell you all that once I DM you. Oh, what up, Justin? Oh, happy marriage day. I know you just got married, so I don't know what to say. Happy marriage, happy life, happy yay. I'm I don't know what to say, but love you, cousin. And one day I'm gonna get to Austin to visit you. I promise. All right. So with that, if you are watching this on the replay, please answer the questions as you hear me asking them, because I still get the notification. This video will live in the in the Singleness is Not a Punishment Facebook group. So if you are watching this outside of my Singleness is Not a Punishment Facebook group, go to Facebook and type that in, Singleness is Not a Punishment, and join the group. After the video is over, I'll put all the links in the comment section that they give me. Outside of that, reach out to me if I don't respond to you. If I don't respond to you within 2 hours, be like, Reka, hello. I said I wanted your help. What's up? Because it's going to be a lot. I see a lot of comments that I have to respond to right now. So I will be on top of it. Okay. So anyway, y'all have a great rest of your Monday. I'll see you tomorrow for our full-on masterclass, and that'll be a whole hour. Okay. All right. Bye. Oh, same time. Same 5 p.m. Seattle time. I think it's 5 p.m. Lord, let me figure that out. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Justin, you've been single so long, you don't know how to congratulate. Right, exactly. I don't know. Exactly.